Cattle may be seen just everywhere in the world, but have you ever tried seeing someone shower with cattle urine? Or dye someone's hair using ash and animal urine? It may be an unconventional method for personal hygiene and grooming in modern society, but this practice is still done in a particular tribe in South Sudan, that we will share with you in this video. Hi, welcome to Hero Samurai channel. This channel is about facts, histories, and amazing stories. Before we proceed with this thought-provoking practice of the tribe, let us first get to know them and where they came from. South Sudan, the world's youngest country, has undergone significant changes since gaining independence in 2011. Initially, there were high hopes for peace and stability in the country, but unfortunately, those hopes were short-lived. A civil war broke out, causing immense suffering for the people of South Sudan. The war has also deepened existing tribal divisions, which continued to play a major role in the country's political affairs. As a matter of fact, the United Nations reported that over 2 million people have been forced to flee their homes as a result of the conflict, and tens of thousands of people have been killed. The civil war in South Sudan has caused widespread devastation and displacement. Many families have been separated and many have lost their homes, land, and livelihoods. The scale of human suffering is enormous, with many people facing acute food insecurity and a lack of access to basic services such as healthcare and education. However, despite the ongoing challenges and difficulties faced by South Sudan, it is also important to acknowledge and appreciate the rich cultural heritage and traditions of its many ethnic groups, such as the Mundari people. And that is what we are going to delve deeper today. The Mundari tribe is one of the many ethnic groups found in South Sudan that live in the banks of the Nile, north of the capital Juba. These people's dedication to their traditional way of life is a testament to their resilience and determination in the face of adversity. Despite the challenges and difficulties they face, they remain committed to preserving their cultural heritage and way of life. They prefer to continue with their daily routines, such as taking care of their cattle and maintaining their agrarian lifestyle. Cattle are not just animals for them, rather it is a symbol of their wealth and considered as their most valuable assets. The Mundari breed of cows, also known as Ankoli Watusi cattle, are particularly large, with some growing up to 8 feet tall and are considered highly valuable, with some selling for as much as $500 each. This high value placed on their cattle is reflected in the measures the Mundari people take to protect them. They guard their herds with great care and, in some cases, even use machine guns to ensure the safety of their valuable assets. Moreover, it is also an essential part of their way of life. The cattle are used for food, milk, and plowing fields, and they are also used in traditional ceremonies and rituals. Their famous cattle are considered the kings of the cattle, which originated over 2,000 years ago from the combination of the Egyptian longhorn cattle of Africa and Zebu longhorns originally from India. These horns, which can grow to be quite large, may help the animal dissipate excess body heat. The blood vessels in the horns are close to the surface, allowing heat to be released through the horns. Additionally, the horns can provide shade for the animal's head and neck, helping to keep the animal cool. Some studies have found that the Ankoli Watusi cattle have a lower body temperature compared to the other cattle breeds, which could support the idea that their large horns are an adaptation for dealing with heat. With all these practices that involve cattle, what interests me most is their practice of using cattle urine to shower, wash hands, faces, teeth, and even bleach their hairs. To keep themselves clean, Mundari washed their hair with cattle urine for their antibacterial properties. They squat under streams of cow urine, which they see as a natural antiseptic to fight infections. Imagine showering with an animal urine. What would you feel about it? Furthermore, the ammonia in the urine makes their hair red, and that red hair is a sign of purity in their society. It is also one of the reasons why a lot of Mundaris are not keeping their hair black and bleach it with a red color instead. In the cattle camp where the cattle stays, roles are divided among men, women, and children to take care of them. The men are responsible for taking the cows out to graze during the day and bringing them back to the camp before the sun sets. On the other hand, the women take care of the food, including preparing it for everyone, while the children have a task of keeping the camp clean by collecting and burning the dung every morning. Ashes of these burnt dung are then utilized in multiple ways by the Mundari people. They are used as a natural antiseptic to protect the skin of both people and cows from insects and the sun's harmful rays. The ash can be applied to the skin as a talcum powder, which is massaged into the cattle twice a day. This not only protects the cattle from insect bites and sunburn, but also helps to keep their coats shiny. Mundari tribe also used these ashes as a toothpaste because they believe it can help clean and whiten their teeth, as well as remove plaque and bacteria from the teeth and gums. Indigenous peoples like the Mundaris have rich and ancient culture and view their social, economic, and environmental and spiritual systems interdependent. They make valuable contributions to the world's heritage due to their knowledge and understanding of their environment, their culture, and its own people. The land and natural resources on which they depend are inextricably linked to their identities, cultures, livelihoods, as well as their physical and spiritual well-being. However, they are also among the world's most vulnerable, marginalized, and disadvantaged groups. And so we must ensure that their voices are heard, their rights are respected, and their well-being are improved. Let us opt out the culture of invalidation just because other groups, specifically the minor ones, are not adhering to your own set of beliefs. They have their own too, richer and strengthened through time. What do you think about this topic? Which of the Mundari practices were you amazed most? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.